Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. It's what we like to call Omaha, Omaha. I'm Mike.
I'm Eva.
And let's get the show started.
Here's our first segment called Eva's Injury Report. Uh-oh. Number one is, of course, Peyton Manning. Looks like Peyton will miss Game 1 against the Texans, as he's listed as doubtful. This is due to slow recovery from his neck surgery and increasing pain in his back. This will end his 208-game consecutive streak. And looks like he's really out because the last time a Colt was listed doubtful and didn't play was 2003. So, good luck with that. Number 2, we have tight end from the Skins, Chris Cooley. Mr. Chris has been facing knee issues this offseason and is listed as questionable. However, Shanahan listed the most people questionable last season, more than any other coach.
Anyone?
Anyone. So I kind of think he's going to play, but he will be one of those things that I hate most in football, a game-time decision.
Game-time decision.
So keep your eye on Chris Cooley. Number 3 is Rashard Jennings. He was placed on injury reserve, out for the season, and his injury has not even been confirmed yet. But the way this preseason is going, I'm assuming it's his ACL. But this is a big loss for the Jags, seeing that MJD just came off that big surgery. But it's an even bigger loss for people like me who have MJD and Jennings. Handcuffing, no good. I'm a little upset with the handcuffing this season. And those are my injuries. Mike?
We like to call this next segment is Mikey Matchups. So I'm going to begin with Mama Dukes versus Manning Up. I like Mama Dukes in this one. I got to be honest. Up and down, she has an amazing team. I mean, her number 1 pick was Michael Vick. Leading the way, I think they will beat Manning Up by 20-plus points.
Ooh.
20-plus points. I see Mama Duke 1-0. Let's get to the next game. Animals Day Frisch versus Boo Boo. I think it's going to be a great game. But with Chris Johnson having limited carries, I think Boo Boo will prevail and start the season off 1-0. Definitely. The next game is what I like to call is the
Game of the Week.
Bad Teacher versus Laces Out. These teams are evenly matched. They both have great quarterbacks, so I think the running game will be the key to the victory. So Laces Out will edge this one out, but just barely. I see Laces Out 1-0. Playmakers versus Shades 23. Well, what more can I say? Peyton Manning, not looking good. And if it's a game-time decision, it's definitely not looking good. So without Peyton, I expect no win. And I expect a big game from AP. So I got the Playmakers at 1-0. This next game is what I like to call is the
Wash of the Week.
Granted, they are both champions last season, but this matchup will be far from entertaining. Far from entertaining. The playbook of Eli will run through the SI 49ers. Well, that's without a doubt.
Of course, of course.
And now we have the Echo versus the Fisher brothers. I think the Fisher brothers have too many handcuffs on this team, and the running game doesn't look promising. And I'm expecting big things from the Echo. Roddy White, that kid looks like he's going to be the real deal, Eva.
Yes, he does.
It looks like he's going to be a star for a while. And I like the Echo winning that one, without a doubt. And that's the wrap on Mikey's Matchups.
Okay, our next segment is what we like to call...
Really?
5 up, 5 down.
Oh, that's right. 5 up, 5 down.
5 down.
Sorry.
Okay, we're going to start with the first player you should definitely not play. Matt Castle versus Buffalo. Team has confirmed that he has a cracked rib after the last preseason game. Unconfirmed reports say he will not start season opener. So he should be reserved in all fantasy formats until he can play a full game healthy.
I definitely agree. But there's one guy that you should definitely play, and that's Beanie Wells. This guy, if he's on your bench, you need to get him off the bench. With Hightower on the Skins right now, I see Beanie Wells grooming into the number 1 running back on that team. Number 1.
Now, back to Matt Castle. Someone else you shouldn't play, Dwayne Bowe. Now, if Castle's out of the game, Bowe's fantasy appeal is virtually not there. Buffalo having the third-ranked pass defense, Plus, Castle being injured equals all the Chiefs' work being done on the ground. So you're definitely going to want to sit him.
One guy I think you should play is Brent Selleck. He's becoming one of the best tight ends in the league. So if he's on your bench, take him off. Expect a big game for him against the St. Louis Rams.
Someone else you should sit, Des Bryant versus the Jets. This guy's maturity level is not there. And while he has some talent, the Jets' pass defense will keep this cowgirl at bay for most of the game. So definitely sit him.
Reverse Island, huh?
I don't want to visit.
Mike Tolbert. This is a guy that you should play. What a season last year this guy had. With Matthews banged up, I think this guy has proved that he can play. So I say get him in your starting lineup.
Next person you should sit is Marshawn Lynch versus San Francisco. Now, Mike, you might think this is a favorable matchup.
I do.
You're wrong.
Oh.
The Niners were surprisingly 6th overall in NFL against the rush.
6th.
Also, Lynch had the luxury of playing with an NFL caliber quarterback last year. Tavares, who?
I have
Sit him.
no idea what you're talking about.
Sit him.
One guy that I like a lot, no homo, is Johnny Knox. This guy, you need to get him in your starting lineup. I think he's going to have a big season, and he's still the #1 Bears receiver to me. Jay Cutler, even if your quarterback's Cutler, I like Knox.
All right, I'm going to get a little heat for this one, but
Uh-oh.
sit Green Bay's defense.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Okay.
Now, I like the Packs defense, but they are playing the Saints. That game's going to be a wash.
And last but not least, I know he's dancing with the stars and he causes this riff-raff and problems, but Chad Ochocinco, start this guy without a doubt. He's a sleeper, but with Brady as his quarterback, expect big things and his baby games to be put aside. And I mean, not for nothing, Bill Belichick is his coach, right?
Yeah, well, I agree.
And that's a segment of the 5 ups.
5 downs. Next, we have a short segment called Really?
Really?
Really, Tiki's agent, I can't even believe we're talking about this, but Tiki's agent is reporting that he is flabbergasted that no team will give him the opportunity to play. Really?
Really?
I mean, 2006? Really? How old are you?
Really?
I'm confused.
Okay, well, that's our segment on Really, Really, and we hope you enjoyed our episode. I am Mike.
I'm Eva, and in the words of Vince Lombardi, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing.